What's going on, DDO players? Axel here, back for another video today. I know it's been a few months since I've uploaded, but I wanted to come back today and make my normal gameplay videos for the new Update 32 content, the Slave Lords content, which is now on the preview server Lamania. So before I go any further, like always when I do these videos, if you don't want the spoilers, you need to turn the video off now, because I will be running through the new content. But if you want to see it and check it out, please stay. So it is located here in the Hall of Heroes, the Eberron side. I don't think it's on the Forgotten Realms side. At least I couldn't find it. We've got looks like a portal and 2 other NPCs here. And I know it's a series of 3 quests. What I believe you have to actually play them in order, and then you can repeat the chain however you want. But like always, haven't played through this stuff before. I don't know anything about it. I haven't read any reviews on Lamania, anything like that. So this is all my first-hand experience. So we'll go ahead and talk to this first NPC here, Sarah the Gatekeeper. And it looks like in our quest we will be doing something to aid the Gatekeepers. And it looks like the storyline relates a little bit to Legendary Shroud. And they found another concentration of remnants, and they need someone like me to find them, or retrieve them. So I need to help find a codex page according to the lore here. Okay, so pretty straightforward. We're going to go through this portal and look for a codex page, it sounds like. And we're gonna just do this on we'll do legendary normal, like normal, like what I typically do is run this stuff on normal. You can see the screenshot obviously isn't updated yet. That looks like the screenshot from the house, the Shindling quest, the undead House of Death Undone, I believe. Okay, so it looks like we're starting here in looks something like something out of a Study in Sable or a High Road quest. Okay, so we need to talk to this lady here. Okay, so before we can get the codex page we're looking for, we have to kill some things, free these lands from the scourge of the slave lords.
Points to the door at the rear of the chamber. The path beyond the service entrance will lead you to the abandoned temple. The slavers have set up an outpost there. Somewhere inside.
I don't know what door she's talking about.
You need to track the slave lords back to their lair.
Oh, here we go.
And you hear the sound of steel in her voice. When you find them, I expect you to destroy them. All of them.
I'm surprised they actually have the DM narration up. Usually they don't have it up this early. Okay, so first impressions, wow, really nice scenery. I like the night sky.
The path leads to an ancient wall. The symbol of the slave lords hangs above the crumbling gateway. A poorly disguised secret door can be seen at the rear of this alcove.
So there is a poorly disguised secret door. Okay, obviously being a cleric, I don't have any kind of ability to find secret doors, or to find hidden doors. So how do you get through this if you are not a rogue? Well, let's see if True Seeing does anything. Oh, and it does. Okay. I wonder if that'll work on higher difficulties as well, or if it's just it only worked because I'm on normal. So we got some blade traps. And for you all that didn't see, there's been quite a few discussions on DDO Cast and also Damsel of DDO
Hastily
with
prepared.
Severlin, where he's talked quite a bit about this content and future content for DDO. One of the big takeaways I got for this pack in particular is he did say that the mobs in this pack were very human focused, so expect to see a lot of human mini bosses and things, and looks like we got a lot of half works too, which is sort of human because I know they used the half-orc body type for the PDK, so it looks like we're seeing some half-orcs and some PDK and some regular humans. So nothing that really sticks out to me too much so far. Basic like single path quest. Hopefully there's some cool gimmicks, puzzles, stuff like that here as we go forward. So I guess we can talk about me a little bit because it has been quite a while since I've uploaded to this channel. A few months. That's mostly because the past few updates in DDO just haven't really interested me, so I haven't been playing the game as much. Especially in past 3 or 4 months, I haven't been playing hardly at all. Some of that is due to the updates just not interesting me, and some of that is just real life stuff, me getting into some other games. I'm hoping that update 32 though is going to be kind of my return to DDO. I'm hoping that this pack is going to interest me, and also the Can of Crafting stuff is going to be really compelling and really interesting. Because I would really like to get super into this game again. Because as a lot of you can probably tell, I used to be a everyday player. But now I'm more of like a maybe once or twice a week type player. But update 32 might change that. I am working on the second part of my collected storylines video. I've been putting that off for quite a while, and I finally got started on it, so I'm probably about halfway through right now. It's a video that takes a long time to do. Hoping I can get it up on the YouTube next week, but it might be the week after, just depending on what my real life work schedule's like next week and how much overtime I'm going to have to work. Alright, so back to the quest. It looks like we've got one of these mechanics that we see a lot in DDO where we've got to find 2 switches, a purple and a green. So we'll probably find them either down this hallway or up north and then have to backtrack. And this is also another switch room. So we might have to find a switch to get in the switch room to pull the 2 other switches. Possibly. And I'm just looking back to see if I missed anything. It looks like I missed there's a path here to the east. What is this? Looks like a big bucket of water or something. Wonder if there's anything down here. Oh, looks like we got a zombie. I don't need to kill that. Got some cold traps.
Most of this room is covered in dust and decay, but you can tell that a wall of fresh stones was recently added to one side.
Okay, so the DM's like hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Looks like there is either a wall we have to break on one side or a hidden door, and there's probably a mechanic where you have to kill these zombies first to get access to it. I'm assuming it's this one because it's, well, I'm looking for a lever or something. He might have just been, the DM might have just been referring to this hole in the ceiling. Although it seems a little weird that they would put a room right here with DM narration and just have it be filled with 3 zombies and be a dead end. That seems a little peculiar. But okay, I guess unless it might be a optional that you need a rogue for, potentially. So somewhere in here we missed a lever. Could be hidden in the corner somewhere. Possibly behind some boxes. Could potentially be down here. Doesn't look like it. So we'll continue north. See if we overlook something there. There's also, looks like a little platforming piece right here. Let's see if there's something hidden in the corner. Probably not. It looks like it might just be an optional way to get around to the other door without having to run over the bridge. See if I missed some. Oh, here we go. That's where it is. I missed it behind these, whatever these are, these half walls. And I'm assuming there's another one over here. Nope. Could be on the other side, on this side. So we got that one. It could be over here. Nope. But it looks like that one lever probably opened that the single lever door. Or maybe not. Or maybe the crystal was blue on both doors. I'm not sure. Did it open this side? No, it didn't. So we need a red switch. We need a red and a green. It's probably in here somewhere. I didn't look close enough. It's probably on one of these edges. Yep, here we go. Here's the green. And is the red over here? The red is probably in the door we just unlocked. Yeah, it probably is.
The air grows chill in the graveyard. The plants sway gently, even though there is no wind.
Oh, cool. I like the art here. That's really cool. The graveyard looks really spooky. Good art design. Reminds me of Delira's a little bit. A lot of bats. You know what? I better throw Death Ward on, just in case. And here is the other lever. So now we've got to go to the red door. It looks like some mobs already ran out in front of it.
The staircase descends several floors, ending in a dank tunnel carved into the earth.
Alright, so we got a cave section. I'm wondering if we're going to see some drow, maybe. Probably a lot of spiders.
The foul stench of troglodytes permeates the
Okay, troglodytes. Very cool. You don't see these a lot. Well, I'm sorry, I was thinking lizard folk. I was going to say you don't see these a lot outside of Wayloon, but that's not true. I was thinking of lizard folk. So since this is a Slave Lords pack, I don't know the lore from the actual pen and paper module. For you all who aren't aware, this pack is the third module that's being moved into DDO. It's one that I'm not familiar with, and I don't think there's a lot of players who aren't really that familiar with it. It's not as I don't think it's as well known as Haunted Halls and Temple of Elemental Evil are. So I especially, not being a huge pen and paper player, like I've played a handful of times, but I don't play regularly or anything. I don't know what kind of enemies to expect, but I would think Shatter Kai would make sense. It would fit in with the Slave Lord thing. But it may not be a monster that's actually in the pen and paper module. And if you all didn't see on the forums, they recently, I think it was actually, it's either yesterday or the day before, they announced the DM for this pack, and I think we've even heard his voice. He's a very well-known, I forget his name, but he's a very well-known voice actor in video games. He's voiced all kinds of stuff. And he's extremely talented, so that's cool. They're getting some top-level voice acting talent.
chamber is uncomfortably warm.
Oh great, we got rust monsters.
With the smell of rotting garbage.
They're good enemies, but I just get lazy when it comes to carrying stuff like rust monster beaters. So I have to be careful or they'll just eat through all my equipment. And being a melee especially, I don't have the option of just zapping them from far away. So some people like to carry those rust monster beaters. I just carry spare weapons and I don't really care if they get broken. I'll just repair them afterwards. I just have to make sure to switch off of my primary weapon here. So I like the, just so far, one thing that the developers have done a great job in, of all the things some players complain when it comes to new content in the last few years. One thing they've done continuously well is the art design. The graveyard looked good. The kind of outdoor entrance at the beginning of the quest looked really good. Now, you can tell a lot of the walls and things are recycled in this quest, but there's been a lot of really cool new art styles as well. And also the diversity of enemies in the dungeon is very good so far. We've seen a lot of different stuff. We've seen undead, spiders, we've seen troglodytes, we've seen a lot of human enemies. So there will be different stuff. It's not like one build is going to be extremely obsolete in this dungeon. It looks like we've got a little bit of a Mario portion here. We've got to jump over these air jets. Or, yep, there's a current, so you're going to have to jump over them correctly or start over. It won't even let me. Okay, what is it doing? It's actually pushing me all the way back to the beginning. Okay, well that's pretty cool. That's a neat little mechanic. That might frustrate some players, but I like that. I do enjoy platforming elements in the game as long as they're done well. There are some which I don't think are done so well, like Coalescence Chamber, which I don't enjoy, but there's others like Spies in the House, which I think the Mario mechanics are done extremely well, which I enjoy. So I know that Mario stuff is not something that a lot of players like, and this is very mild when it comes to Mario stuff. It's just jump over some air jets. Not like we're having to jump over platforms and jump on edges and stuff like you have to do in Deathworm. So it looks like we've got two paths, I believe. We've got a southern path, and we've got a... What is this, a northern path? Oh, this is just... Is this a dead end? Oh, this is just a dead end. So, never mind, we only have one path. Oh, we've got oozes. So if you can get some kind of weapon, then you don't have to worry about getting broken. It will be useful to carry through this quest. I'm just bringing out another weapon in case my main one gets, or my backup gets broken. Guessing we'll have one more set before we get to these stairs. Maybe not. Okay, so we're in the clear. We've got some orcs to take care of. Looks like we've got a path north and a path to the west. I might check out this northern path first because it looks like this western one goes a ways. This north one might just be one room. Actually, well, this looks like another dead end, I'm guessing. Yep, another dead end. So we've got actually just a north or an east. Let's go ahead and go north. We may have to end up backtracking. So this is actually opening up a lot. We've got a northern path and an eastern path, and we still have that western path we haven't gone down. So I like the art style here. Some nice tents hidden in this cave here. And I see an enemy work witch doctor that might possibly be an orange name.
A group of orcs stand around a
This might be the end of the quest.
harsh tongue.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this enemy before in the game. Yep, it's a red name. Okay, so this might be the end of the quest. Unfortunately, I used up all my burst DPS stuff, so it might take a little while to get this guy killed. So I'll zoom in here so you can kind of see the artwork here. I don't think I've seen this mask before. The outfit, I don't know. But I really like that mask. I wonder if I can get that as a cosmetic. I wonder if that's the art for one of the named loot drops in this pack. And I guess his little helpers here respawn, so there might not be any point in killing them when it comes to running this on live.
Final cry, and then fall silent.
Alright, so what do we got here? We got 2 chests. And I actually got one of the named items, which looks like it's not working properly. I don't see any status effects on it. I don't know. I have no idea what this is. Legendary Broken Shackle. I don't know if that's a named item that's not properly coded yet, or if it's some kind of special quest only item. So obviously that was not the end of the quest, but it is the end of that eastern path. So we're going to have to go north, and then if that ends, we're going to have to go back to that western path. I'm just going to skip these guys since they appear to not be following me. Ooh, we got a locked door. So it looks like we are going to have to go back. Unless I missed a red lever. I'll check this room one more time to see if I missed a red lever. But if I didn't, we're going to have to go back. I doubt actually that they would hide the lever in this first room. If it's anywhere, it's got to be over here behind the rocks somewhere. But it looks like it's not, because the logical place they would put the lever is back here near the chest. But if anything, they would probably make it unpullable until you killed the red name. So yeah, it's probably back in that western path. We're probably going to have to go back. We were probably meant to go west first and then go north. Or, you know, there could be a lever under the water. I didn't think about that. I see something. It looks like a collectible. Yeah, just a collectible. Which actually may be useful again. From what I've heard, they are going to make collectibles part of the new Caneth crafting system. So all those collectibles I've been holding in my inventory for years, I might actually have some use for. Oops, I forgot to put myself back in power attack. One thing I normally do is I have precision and power attack on this character. I tend to keep power attack equipped for your basic trash mobs, just so I can have access to cleave and things, but then when it comes to your red names or your bosses, I'll typically turn on precision unless I forget, because it helps you get through their fortification a little better. And since you're usually fighting single target, cleave doesn't do a whole lot for you. So again, really good on the mob diversity. I don't think we've seen ogres up until this point. I think there were some in the last section, but we haven't seen ogres up to this point in the dungeon. Really seen a lot of different monsters. I really like that. So we've got a northern path, and okay, we've got a little western path here, but it's just a small little room. You know, so far the quest is pretty straightforward, but I like it enough to where I'm going to be interested in replaying it. Assuming this one drops loot I'm interested in. There were a few pieces of loot I really liked. Just looking at the loot list, which was released on the forums several weeks ago. So I'll probably be replaying this one quite a bit on live. I was hoping to see, the only thing I want to see is like some kind of party mechanic in the quest. Maybe like a puzzle you need your whole party for or something, or maybe a, oh, I don't know, some sort of mechanic that's a puzzle, just or something like that. Or maybe some kind of gimmick to make the quest seem a little more special, I guess, than just straight beat 'em up. Okay, looks like we've got probably another red name.
You must be pretty stupid to come in here. I'm gonna smash you so hard they'll never find the pieces.
So I'm gonna go ahead and kill these war chanters, and I'm gonna see if these things respawn, like they did the last red name encounter. Sorry, I know, not the most entertaining portion of the playthrough here. Basically just auto-attacking, waiting for him to die. Wish I still had my burst DPS stuff. I might actually hit up a shrine if I see one, just so I can get my haste boost and damage boost back. Let's have a look at this NPC. Looks like a standard half-orc body type. Nothing too special. We'll go ahead and look at his stats. Nothing special. Just your typical legendary ward, so you can't, you can't insta-death him or anything. He actually looks a lot like my my half-orc cleric I used to run. Man, I would love to run my character again as a half orc, but unfortunately, I just can't justify it. Even though half orc is my favorite, probably my favorite race in DDO and D&D in general. I wouldn't mind a cosmetic
The orc
that let
shoots
you
its
look like another
arrows
race while retaining human. Like I would love to run a half orc, but it's just like, man, I can't give up the human benefits. Just too good of a race. But at least I can play Purple Dragon Knight, which is sort of a mix because it's a human with a half orc body type. So that's cool. So I may not have to kill these things, and there's that shrine, but I'm gonna look in this room first. So we got some slaves. Looks like we'll talk to them and free them. Okay, the string table errors. Obviously, this is Lamania, so there's more work to be done on this stuff. So that's to be expected. But I'm hoping something isn't broken that's going to prevent me from completing the quest. Go ahead and hit the shrine up. There should be that lever should be here somewhere. One thing I'm noticing, this is a rather long quest. That's a good thing. I like that. Some of my criticisms of the past year or two of content has been just how short it's been. But this one is not so much. So is there something I need to interact with? I'm surprised that lever wasn't here at the end of this path. I'm going to have a closer look at where that red name was. Perhaps it's over there. What is this? Is that cheese? Oh, a banana, cheese, and I don't know what that red thing is. Oh, duh, I missed the chest. Might be a quest item in here. Well, I'm surprised that there wasn't something there. Although those things we picked up from the chests, I'm assuming we need those to advance at some point. But I don't know where that lever could be. Had to have missed it somewhere. So we'll head back north. We'll go ahead and kill these mobs, just in case there's some kind of you must kill all the mobs to advance mechanic. Which I don't think there is, since you see that red jewel above the door indicating a lever is needed to get through it, but we'll just kill them anyways. And I must be blind because it's right there. There's our lever. I don't know how I missed that the first time. Looks like we've got some... Okay. Here's what I was hoping to see. Good. Something different, like a puzzle, something to break up the monotony. It looks like there's actually a mechanic to this one. We've got a puzzle, and I'm wondering if when I pull that lever, it's going to... Huh. I don't know if it's going to blow me out of the room or blow me into some spikes that appear, but it looks like the puzzle is not interactable until I pull a lever. Oh, okay. And okay, so if you hit the red things, it's gonna. I thought it would do that. It's going to blow more fire out. Or normal, so I'm not worried about it. I'm wondering if pulling these levers. What does this do? So that lever is locked. Oh, it's going to be locked until I complete the puzzle. Now, is there a way to... Are you just dead if you screw that up? Is there not a way to... See, I can't leave. So are you just like insta-killed? There's got to be a way to get the fire off. Maybe just pulling the puzzle. That's probably what it is. If I just turn this piece, it probably turns it off. Yep. So watch out, because you can definitely kill your whole party in here. I wonder how much the trap damage is on Epic Elite. Now, is there a way to... Yes, there should be a way to avoid this fire completely by pulling it around this side. I'm normally pretty good at these puzzles. Now, how did that Okay. Looks like there's nothing you can do about that fire just respawning periodically. You might have to set a few pieces and then run. That might be the mechanic. You set a few pieces, then run out of the puzzle. Luckily, it's normal, so I don't have to worry about it. But hopefully, that that damage is sufficient enough on the higher difficulty, so you actually have to worry about it, and so you can't just bypass the mechanic entirely. But if it is super deadly on Epic Elite, it might be a situation where you might want some fire absorption gear, possibly. So it looks like I need to go around this way because that one lever, it actually connects here at this spot, not up here. Oh, I've got to go up here to the corner probably. Yep. Here we go. And there we go. So pull the lever and we're probably done. We got a chest with more of these. It looks like an inquest only item. Electric traps. Well, how am I supposed to get out of here? So as far as difficulty, I think the difficulty is pretty good for normal. I'm pretty happy with it. Normal shouldn't be very hard. There's definitely situations like that one back there where I was challenged a little bit. Like my health got low there at some point with that knockdown mechanic. And if I was talking, you didn't miss that. The DM actually said there are sobs from below, so that is probably where our slaves are that we got to rescue. So we've also got doors up here to the east, but we'll go ahead and we'll kill this guy first, and then we'll go ahead and check out the slaves below. But I've got to imagine we're getting near the end of this thing. It's been quite a long quest. Yep, here's our slaves. Can we interact with them? Looks like we can't. A lot of slaves you see in this game you have to interact with to free them. but it looks like that's not the mechanic here. So we're obviously going to have to go down this eastern path and probably unlock these gates. Never mind, there's a lever here. That might actually be to open the door. Or is that to open... See, it had a red jewel, so it's got to be... Oh, it was actually to open this down here. Now, does this do anything for us? We still can't interact with these slaves. One of our objectives is seek information. So I'm wondering if there's someone we gotta talk to down here. But it looks like not. It looks like it's just slaves. I don't see any special, like, NPC. Alright, well, we're just gonna head up and go down that eastern path then. If I can find my way back up. There we go. I just realized I forgot to put my power tag back on. So there's a bunch of doors to open. It doesn't look like there's anything in the cells, though. Whether that's intended or not, I don't know. It could be a case where they just haven't finished putting the quest together. Got another door here.
This storage room seems to contain nothing of value.
So only one direction to go now. This has got to be the final. Yeah, this has got to be the final fight. And this is the NPC that we need to kill to get this quest done.
Slave Lord grunts. Very well. I have other ways of dealing with the likes of you.
Okay, so that's it for the NPC. Whoops. Got our chest.
You notice a shipping manifest sitting on the desk.
So I wonder if the manifest... Okay, it looks like nothing is interactable. I'm wondering if that was the objective, seek information to the slave lords. Which doesn't look like it's the case. But it's weird that the NPC would say you see a shipping manifest on the desk and it not be interactable. Oh, it is! Okay, so that's it. Overall, the quest, I actually really like the quest. I think art design was really good. Mob diversity was really good. We got, it's mostly just a straight beat 'em up with a straight path, but there's a, I like that puzzle in there. I like some of the jumping parts. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the quest. Pretty good quest. I'll definitely be running this one some, assuming that there's loot in it that I want. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough, and hopefully I'll get the other 2 quests uploaded. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that before they take Lamania down, but I'm hoping to. So just stay tuned for those, and I should be back up with some videos here now that I'm actually getting back into DDL a little bit more. But definitely the collected storylines video, part 2, I will be uploading in the fairly soon, like fairly soon. Yeah, fairly soon. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.